Morning and welcome to the Metro East Unitarian Universalist Congregation and a special welcome to those watching this service remotely. My name is Peg Flack and I first entered our Alton Church in the mid-1980s with the dual purpose of finding a Sunday school experience for my kids and a spiritual home for me and a house of worship unrestrained by the confines of patriarchal doctrine of faith. It's stuck, and I've been here for almost 4 decades to serve 8 years on the board as RE chair and a teacher, and other duties as assigned. Joining in at the pulpit today will be Robin Berkeley and Sayre Johnson, both past presidents of this congregation. We are a small congregation who moved 1 year ago from Alton to Glen Carbon, Illinois, and were spiritually led by the Reverend Dr. Claudia Hall, drawing upon the time and many skills of the multi-talented Heft family every Sunday. We gratefully share this sacred space with the Edwardsville Masonic Lodge with all this symbolic iconography and the big G representing both geometry and God. And it bridges the gap between the material and the spiritual, the scientific and the divine. We do karmically fit here. As Unitarian Universalists, we welcome everyone to join us in this, our home of comfort, spirit, justice, and hope. We open our service with a prelude at the hands of our accompanist, Joy Heft, and we will be singing this song later in the service, but we just wanted you to see it's actually in the Teal hymnal. We'll be singing it later, but we just kind of wanted to reflect on the words while the prelude is playing. Thank you. That song actually was part of a feminist curriculum that was way back. Robin, do you remember the name of that curriculum? It was She Who Something, and this was part of some of the rituals that were in that curriculum from the UUA.
Right, and I will tell you, if you have not had a chance to see Sweet Honey in the Rock, I don't even know if they perform anymore.
They
I've
do.
seen them twice.
I think so.
So yeah, I mean, it's not the original group, but it's a whole bunch of folks. They are amazing, and it's just an experience you can never duplicate.
An important ritual in the Unitarian Universalist faith is the lighting of our chalice. Unitarian Universalists have many different interpretations of the flaming chalice, including the light of reason, the warmth of community, and the flame of hope. In many faiths, fire is cleansing, gathering up energies that no longer serve us and sanitizing with flame, including in the Reiki practice that I jive with. We honor however fire speaks to you personally. And today, for those who choose, you can participate in a burning bowl ritual as we leave 2024 and January of 2025 behind and cleanse our palate, so to speak, for the challenges and opportunities that we will be facing in the future. With your permission, I'd like to deviate a bit from our usual flow of service with joys and concerns, and we're gonna blend concerns into the burning bowl ritual, relocate and refocus our stone ritual to just be joy-based. In fact, we even have like, oh, he's in the front, we were gonna float him in there. Joy! We're gonna end with joy. There he goes. So, concerns, joys. And we also are going to encourage you, if you're able, physically able, to go out that door when we do the burning part of the service. And we've got a fire going out there, and you can circle around and come back in. If you want to designate somebody to burn for you, they can do that, or we can burn a small amount here, but we kind of have some concerns with the flash paper. And we don't want to create a bad atmosphere with the Masons, so we're kind of like, if you really want to do this, we will, but it'd be better if we did it outside.
Fire extinguisher up front,
Yeah.
so we're good to go, just in case.
Being very cautious. Very cautious.
Yeah, exactly, we're good.
So we're going to anchor our service beginning today with the burning bowl ceremony to cleanse, and then we'll end with the fluidity of water to express and honor joy. If you're watching elsewhere and you have a chalice or a candle, please light it and join us in saying the unison words projected on the screen. We hallow this time together by kindling the lamp of our heritage. And then Robin has something she wants to share with us.
Just got settled in. Thank you, Allison, for making this. This is another emotional support chicken that needs to be circulated in the congregation. This is for my friend Olga, whose daughter passed away, as I told you guys, in December, and I was there for the funeral. So I told her, I said, expect a weird and fun gift coming from my church infused with love. So if you all can just give it a hug as it passes around, and we're good to go.
Her name is Petra.
Petra.
Because her main color is cutted yarn that comes from South America. It's gorgeous. It's hand dyed. It's called Malabrigo, and the name is Piedra, which means rock
Right.
in Spanish. So Petra.
Petra works.
We need a rock today.
This is our rock. Selena.
All righty.
She might have comforted me the night of January 20th.
She's absorbed a lot. So building on the symbols of fire and water and reflecting on the themes of change in the past year and in the future, honoring our ancestors tucks nicely in to bring us into a deeper connection with ourselves. And the song Breaths, sung by Sweet Honey in the Rock, is an illustration of this connection. The children are invited to help us. What I have is beans in recycled prescription containers. So if the kids want to provide some percussion along with the song,
This would be a weird object.
Where's Minnie, Keith?
I know, right?
two more for anybody that wants to provide percussion for our song. The lyrics are in 1001 in the Teal Hymnal, and they won't be projected on the screen. So if you want to sing along, it's in the Teal Hymnal. And 1001.
Very, very first one.
And I see this perky group here who's going to bum with me.
Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the Lord. Those who have died have never lived. The dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees, and they are in the groaning woods. They are in the crying grass, and they are in the moaning rocks. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Won't you listen more often to things than to beings? 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead have a pact with the living. They are in the woman's breast, and they are in the wailing child. They are with us in our homes, and they are with us in this crowd. The dead have a pact with the living. So won't you listen more often to things than to beings? Gotta listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters.
This group always gives me chills. And now we have some special activities for the children this morning, and we will sing them to their activities. As you journey, may you know, love and go with you, love and hope go with you, learn and grow. And now Sayer will be leading us in the burning bowl part of today's service.
A burning bowl ceremony is a tradition practiced by bringing like-minded people together in a sacred setting. The purpose is to reflect over the past year and metaphorically burn away thoughts, habits, and behaviors in your life that no longer serve you. Robin and Peg are gonna pass out some paper and pens, so you're gonna have a few minutes to sort of reflect and think about what you wanna write down. You can symbolically put that energy into the paper too, if you don't wanna write it down. To let go, to let be, to receive the Spirit in all things. For a few moments, we're going to consciously relax our body. I invite you to settle back, to note any points of tension that you might have in your body, and to take a few deep breaths. Release, relax, and let go for a few minutes. We're going to watch a video in just a minute, but I'm going to take you on a really brief relaxation. When we were in our old sanctuary, our former pastor, who I love very much, named Kleber, would take us on this journey. And it was an old sanctuary, so he would tell us to relax in our seats and find our center and take a few deep breaths and start at the top of our head and melt our energy down to our feet. We're connecting to the space that we have as our church home now. Where it used to be floorboards of 200-year-old wood, it is now a slab of concrete. So you're going to feel your feet sink into the cold concrete. You're going to go beyond the foundation of this house and into the earth that's been here for decades, for eons. You're going to feel the cold, wet earth that's now growing the things for our spring, and pull it into your body. Connecting to the space that we have, connecting to each other. Drop your shoulders, relax your jaw, soften the space between your eyes, and feel your feet connected to the energy that is all around us. Now we're going to watch this a short chant video with a little bit of drumming. We're going to rest for a few moments and think about what we want to leave behind.
Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit in all things. Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit in all things. Join us. Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit in all things. Let go, let be, let receive the Spirit in all things. Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit in all things. Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit in all things. Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit in all things. Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit in all things.
Let go, let be, and receive the Spirit of all things. I'm going to invite you at the top of your paper to write or put energy into, I now release. Then come to a place of stillness again. Let that which needs to be released be revealed to you in your own time and at your own pace. Perhaps there are some habits that you need to let go of. Perhaps there are events that you need to forgive. All it takes to release these things is willingness. I invite you to begin writing those things, placing that energy into the paper. If you come to a place of stopping, then stop. Begin again. Reevaluate. Stop. Begin again. If you're still writing, I invite you to continue. If you're finished, let's start to indicate and hold your paper up just once. Rip it in half. Resist the urge to crumple it up. It burns better if it's open. And it's better for us when it's open and we're open about what we need to release and what we need to give out. Mm-hmm. When you're ready, we're going to start the procession around to get out the door, right? So we're going to hold up your things when we're getting to that place. Joy's gonna play some music as we're going outside. Is that how it's gonna work? Yep.
Plan to stay here if anybody wants to be.
All right, if you need accessibility bowl, we got it. It's a very teeny tiny flame, so. Yep, Peg is going over to the door. Leave your things. Yeah, if you feel compelled to leave, take your. And it's so symbolic in so many ways that you're exiting, you're getting rid of those things that no longer serve you, and then you're coming back into this safer place. Tell me.
It's not flashing, so it's just burning regular.
It's fizzling.
It's really not flashing, it's flash paper and it's not flashing. So normally it would go poof, but it's not, so just drop it in the fire, it'll be good.
Sizzle paper.
Whimpering, it's whimpering.
And when everybody's out, I want to go out there because I'll put something there. Okay. I need a piece of it.
Wanting to stay here.
Where's a piece of paper?
At my
Okay, great.
table back there. You give it to me. Yeah, that's fine. And just leave it back there. It's all good. Wait, what? Just give it to me.
Okay. Well, after this, then, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay. Now we are going to sing together in the hymnal, the blue one, the teal one. Let's see, what is it? 1028. Okay, great. The Fire of Commitment. I don't know this one. Here we go.
ask you to do the offertory? Thank you. As Sayer passes around the offering basket, I offer the gentle reminder that this community of faith is supported only by your giving. Stewardship is more than just financial donations, but it is also about donating time and talent to help our church. If you can write a check, help the church survive and thrive through your time, with any kind of congregational task that needs doing. And so far, we've been doing a great job with everybody kind of stepping up. And I was so heartened by the volunteers to serve on the board for next year, already, because normally people take a step backwards when asked, and you all step forward, and I appreciate that. So please donate as you can with your time, talent, and/or treasure. All are needed for our church to prosper. Give what you will and what you are able, for you are a generous people. Thank you, darling. Please join with me in our offering prayer. May this offering equip us to inspire love and to seek justice. So I've got a bunch of announcement things. So. Yeah, I know that, but I got a few plus that. So let me start with, first of all, Jesse is available for visitors.
Jesse's available for visitors. Give me a call.
You can share your phone number with people outside. We don't have to put it on the internet.
Right.
Probably don't want that on the internet. I'm just saying. But yeah, see Joanne during the break.
Did Jesse have immediate pain relief?
Oh my gosh, just immediate. Oh my god.
And the numbness is going away. I mean, we're so happy. The what?
How bad is the throat pain?
She's eating.
She was eating scrambled eggs last night.
Woo! Yeah.
Scrambled eggs on her.
I picked her up yesterday and she was euphoric. Euphoric.
Yeah, she's snoozes, of course, she's but no, she's doing so good. She looks funny with the, the special necklace right now. But yeah, I couldn't see that.
Thanks.
Yeah. So coordinate with Joanne if you want to visit. Obviously, we don't want everybody showing up at once, but that kind of thing. Well, but it's also your private home, so.
FYI, I am deep cleaning still, so the house looks like I fell off.
Yeah, you do not need to apologize, certainly to me.
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. I mean, we're such a judgmental group here, Right. Very good. Thank you very much for hosting her and for supporting her. I know that we've had a lot of people volunteer for food stuff. I know Mary and Brian were good for a couple of weeks-ish. Okay, awesome. Thank you, everybody who stepped up to do that. And if we need more, that you guys will let us know, right? So that's fine. All right. Next, February 1st started Black History Month. Now, our country is not honoring that stuff anymore. We will continue to do so. So remember that. Black History Month is February. We will try to lift up stories of Black humans and make sure that we are, and I think Nikki's got some good stuff coming next week. Nikki's got some good stuff next week in alignment with Black History Month, so we're very excited about that. And you and I can talk afterwards about what support you need here. So there's that. And I'm going to do my best, like even, I told you all I didn't want to be posting on Facebook, but that's an exception I made because of the lack of visibility. So what we want you guys to know, and this is sort of the next thing I want to bring up, is I know many of us are doing the blackout, like I can't cope, it's just too much, whatever thing, but we can't live with our head in the sand. So would it be beneficial in any way for us to maybe from here just to point out things that you should be paying attention to, like Black History Month is disappearing, and your private information is now on computers that don't have any computer cybersecurity over them, and Elon Musk has control over it. Those sorts of things. 19-year-old setting up cots in the Treasury to do that Doge thing. So, Department of Government Efficiency, it's called Doge. It's just...
Perhaps instead of sharing it with us from there.
Yeah.
Because we're all at different levels of,
Comfort.
each day.
Right.
Maybe you could highlight Heather Cox Richardson's letter.
Yeah.
Or something like that, because she literally covers every one of the things you just said.
Yep, perfect.
In today's letter.
In today's letter.
I'll tell you, I am having a hard time.
Come up here.
coming in and hearing
Come
you.
up here. Come here. Because we can't hear you, so when you're not in the microphone. I want to come up with a plan to make sure people feel informed. That's my goal.
And
So
she's
go ahead.
saying it because I'm struggling. And so when, yes, last week's message felt very, there's nothing you can do, and I can't sit here for that. There are varying things that we can all do, and it doesn't mean that what you do has to be what I do, but I am not going to be able to make it if we focus on what we can't do, right? And so what I'm suggesting is, instead of coming up here and saying the game of what's the worst thing you heard from the past week, instead of that, we make the resource available, because you probably don't know that the coup was successful on Friday, you know? And maybe you do, but we all should. And so maybe instead of the, hey, did you hear the worst thing I heard? Instead of doing that, which I can't breathe when we keep doing that. And so anyway, that's,
Yeah, I mean, I can certainly post it, copy and paste it into the UU Friends.
So it's not all about me. I just imagine I'm not the only person.
No, we're all feeling it, honestly. When you said that this morning, I went, oh, yeah, because I'm feeling that too. So if there's a way for us, I can share Heather Cox Richardson's, posts, to sort of summarize that. So everybody, every day, if you want it, I'll put it in UU Friends. So we'll do that. And so everybody knows it's really a great assessment of things. Sometimes it distresses me and sometimes it gives me hope. So Allison, you want to come up? Yeah, I'm calling you up. If it was not okay, I wouldn't have you.
In the spirit of what can we, okay,
In the spirit of,
in the spirit of what we can do, okay, how many of you are residents of Madison County? All of you?
most of us.
Okay, so how many of you read the free riverbender.com or edglen.com?
Yeah, the page, the
Okay.
Riverbender page, yeah.
Okay. I encourage you to read our new chairman's response to the confusion that ensued after federal funding was supposedly frozen and unfrozen. His public response is, nothing to see here. We don't have DEI at the county. We don't serve illegal aliens. And all the confusion that happened last week, that's because of the national media and Democrats who are dividing us. If that makes you feel like it makes me feel, I encourage you to write to your county board representative, write to all of them, write to the chairman. If you or the organizations you care about or that your children work for or that you work for were plunged into panic that day, be specific, let him know. Do not let him gaslight our county. Do not let him project the division that this administration is intentionally causing. Don't let him blame Democrats for that. I'm not going to let him blame us for that.
I saw your response, it was good.
Thank you, and I'm getting bullied by Paul Nicolosi.
Yeah, well, our
I
feeling
am.
is, yeah, whatever.
Anyway, but, so that's something you can do at the county level, because I'm feeling really alone. I'm one of 6 Democrats right now. All countywide positions are held by Republicans. They feel like they can say and do anything. And I feel like this small voice right now, there really isn't leadership at the county level that is batting back on this. And I cannot just sit there and take it. I can't. So please don't let me be alone. Because I have been threatened. Honestly, there's a board member who's already threatening me, not so subtly, that, well, if what I say isn't true, in other words, that SNAP benefits were in fact threatened,
They were.
that Medicaid was in fact threatened, that LIHEAP was in fact threatened, that there might be repercussions. I mean, I'm getting threatened. So anyway, yes.
How can we support you personally? I mean, you want me to show up at a county board meeting?
Well, you could. I mean, that is one way to do it. It had been kind of nice and calm after Prenzler left. For the first few meetings, there was a bit of a honeymoon. We were voting unanimously on most everything. I was hoping, although people who have known the current chair longer than I have are not surprised by this partisan behavior, I kind of was. I mean, he's talked to me more than Prenzler ever did. I'm just really disappointed that rather than take a more neutral stance and calm people down and say, we're fine because the memo was rescinded and the freeze was frozen, which is the fact of the matter. He instead, nothing to see here, it's the Democrats and the national media's fault. And that just really, really bothers me. And by the way, I'm not a lawyer, but my understanding is that the second federal judge that weighed in on the freeze over the weekend is doing so in response to suits filed by 22 attorney generals and the District of Columbia. our Attorney General, Kwame Raoul, is one of those attorneys.
And Letitia from New York.
Well, yes, we're one of the 22 states, but it sounds like that stay is for our states. So what that tells me is, I don't know what's happening over in Missouri, for example, where they just, and the International Institute just furloughed 60% of its employees because they cannot count on funding anymore. So I'm wondering if we're going to be significantly safer because we have an Attorney General that is standing up to this administration versus our neighbors across the river who have Bailey there.
Yeah.
Andrew
Okay.
Bailey, yes.
I want to thank you, either both on your personal Facebook site or on what you post on the Metro East.
Oh,
Action,
Metro East.
Action Metro East.
Yes, I always enjoy reading what you post, and thank you, because that's how I try to.
You're welcome. And honestly, I wasn't, so I reached out because I do feel alone, and I haven't done this for very long. I've been politically active for a long time. I'm from New Hampshire. We have the earliest primaries. Yes, I know it's a white, not very representative state, but people vote there. And if the weather's bad, we're even more determined to go vote. Because primary season, it's cold and snowy up there. But I've not been a politician for very long. And I'm up against people that, some of them who have been. I mean, our current board chairman has been, you know, probably campaigning since he was a kid for other candidates. So I've reached out to people with more experience, and their message to me is kind of like, well, we might need him, be careful. And then there's this voice in me, it's just like, I don't want to let this statement, this false statement just be out there with no response. So I will meet in person with him. I have a meeting already, but I wasn't going to wait until Tuesday to say something. I'm trying to be neutral. Well, not neutral. I'm trying to be diplomatic.
Diplomatic.
And honest. I'm trying to put the truth out there without being personal, without attacking, without being nasty. That's what I'm trying to do.
And on April 2nd or whatever the next election is,
April 1st.
April 1st, I don't know, I have not heard or seen which of the people are running, you know, how many of our board.
So that this is a consolidated election, so the county board is not up, okay? As far as I know, the aldermen are uncontested in Edwardsville, the mayor is uncontested in Edwardsville, but there are a lot of people running for school board. There are more people running for school board than there are positions. The list of candidates, the final list of candidates just came out, which is why you're not hearing a whole lot about forums or in reading questionnaires or things like that. It just takes a little while. That list just became available. The League of Women Voters is meeting this week to start organizing forums. We are being asked to help in Warden, where they're having a whole crap show. It's a big mess.
My best friend lives up in Warden, and the local bar and grill, the Rustic, just had to take over because their food pantry got shut down. So they're doing the meals with the meal tickets.
So Warden needs our help, Granite City needs our help. We don't know how many other towns we can help. We need more leagues of women voters. We need more chapters throughout the region. The Edwardsville chapter can't do it all, but we can't do anything in that short a term. Did you have a question, Pam?
I was just going to say that Hank
Oh, Byron.
Byron.
expertly has schooled for her.
Who was a member of this church and grew up here.
Made him from scratch, by the way.
Right, yeah.
Wrote the
Yes, he did.
And it's in Riverbender, right?
It's in the Intelligencer.
Intelligencer.
And the Alton Telegraph, I'm imagining it ran there.
And the Post
Oh,
Dispatch.
Good for him. Okay. Yeah, he does a good job. Yes,
Right.
I agree. Yes,
Right.
he is.
Yeah, we had this discussion Wednesday. There's a
He's-
small group of us that
He's
met on
actively
Wednesday, and that was
soliciting
an
these
issue.
letters. He is, and so far, and I should knock on wood, the ones who are writing are on our side, folks. Those are the people who are writing in, and they're writing, and they're doing a good job. Like Byron, they're putting the truth out there. He was very diplomatic. He did not name the county board chairman. He didn't even specify the position. But the message is clear. So there's a way to get our message across, and I would urge you, don't stoop to the level of the other side. Like this guy who's bullying me from the county board, you know, with these vague threats. I am using every ounce of strength I have not to answer him in kind, because I want to.
I know you do. I know.
I want to. I want to be, you know, sarcastic, but I am not doing it. And it is hard, but it can be done. Okay, we just can't stoop to their level. Anyways.
All right, thank you,
That's
honey.
what I have to say, and yes, I need a hook to kind of pull me off.
I know Alex has got a bunch of stuff, but really quick, and then I'll leave it off to you. I know, Mary and Brian, you have something you want to share with people, but when we go out afterwards about somebody who's not here right now, and we don't want to tell them anything because they won't be, they might be listening later. So talk to Mary and Brian afterwards. Also, I noticed, and this was my biggest fear with going outside, there's mud. Please don't grind the mud in, try to pick it up if you see it in the carpet and in the other area, if we can get that cleaned up, and then I'm gonna pass it off to Alex.
All right. I got more things as you were talking,
Go
so
for it.
we acquired more things. So after the enthusiastic response about leaving Facebook, we've received some really good ideas and feedback. I have been looking into some other things, and I'm gonna hopefully be reaching out to some technical people. I'm pointing at some of those technical people; they know who they are. About what?
averting their eyes. That's
Yeah,
a good thing.
about what this might look like. It was just kind of a, hey, maybe we should think about doing this, but now it's more of a, hey, maybe we should figure out how we're gonna do this. Because the discussion we just had, if we had a place that was ours, that we could say these things and talk about them, it's not public necessarily, but it's a community where you can be not alone. You can be not alone with a group of people, and not necessarily in public. We can talk about what we want. So, hoping to work on that. The other thing is we have some questions from the UUA about I forget what it's called, initiatives that they are considering studying for the next few years. The 3 issues that they have up there are, there was one on housing discrimination, there was one on weight discrimination, and do you remember the third one?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. But I want to get a sense from the congregation on how we want to vote on if we want them to look into these things or abstain or not. And we're gonna submit that, you know, when it's due in a couple of days.
Can you put that up as a quiz or an answer back?
We can put a poll up on you.
Yeah, we'll toss something up there.
Yeah,
So
so we can, yes, no.
yeah, but I wanted to let people know that that exists and talk about it for a little bit. The third thing is a little more boring and local. Now that we have a new projector up here and we have moved our audio stuff back a little bit, we're thinking about what like the room might look like and rearranging it and putting things in different places. So if you have some ideas and you're like, you know, it'd be neat if I could sit 90 degrees, I don't know, whatever, what are you gonna do? Anything,
Slide things around.
yeah, slide things around. We
reorganize
could
it.
put pews on the sides and chairs in the middle. We could put long pews together in the middle and chairs on the sides. We could do something entirely different, some idea I haven't thought of. You know, we could make a circle of pews and have everyone stand in the middle. I don't know.
Or if this works, that's fine too. But
Yeah,
Just,
so-
if you think of a new idea, let us know.
We're thinking about it. We're looking at it because we have a little more space to work with, and this is our space. We arrange it almost every week, so we get to decide how it's arranged. So I think that's everything.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Cool. So we've got a bunch of announcements here. Obviously, we've got breakdown and setup, breakdown today, setup next week. General Assembly, which is, for those of you that are new to UU, that is our big annual, every UU in the world kind of comes together in Baltimore. Well, not always in Baltimore, but this year it's in Baltimore on the 18th to the 22nd, which is a little early this year. That's kind of interesting. So if you're interested in attending, great. So just so you know what's kind of going on. The Bible for Liberals class is continuing on in February, talking about now the Enlightenment and things. Next. And we're doing good on this, right? Yes?
And you want a job and you're feeling
Woohoo. Thank you, thank you. Good, next. Anna D's are meeting at Castelli's this week, men's group, you know, they keep it casual. Call Paul if you want to know. Game night on the 13th. It's going to be 6 to 7:30. Eden is hosting it here. So I think it's, like I said, it starts at 6. Come, huh? No. Eden, our new pastoral assistant. What the? No. Our pastoral assistant, Eden Johnson. So yay, it's more Johnsons, right, in the group. Anyway, so it's a Palantine, so bring food, bring games, whatever to play, on the 13th. It's a Thursday evening. I cannot be here because I teach, and you're going to be with me, I think, that day too, so that'll be good. But anyway, just so you know. There's also going to be a book discussion with the UU Church of Champaign. It's Trust Women, and it's about reproductive rights and reproductive stuff, yes.
What time is the game night?
6 to 7:30. And no, that's okay. I did, but that's fine. It's, Yeah, no, it's totally fine. I mean, that Eden's responded like really late last night or early this morning, so, okay, good. Next slide. That's it. All right, good. All right, right. Sorry it was a little long, but I know we all need to hear things. Where are we at? Okay. I invite you to join me in reciting a prayer as we extinguish our chalice with a poor little candle that has a tiny little light on it. The light of truth and meaning cannot be put out. We are keepers of this flame until we meet again. That's full of wax. Yay. Okay. So, we are keeping you up and moving today. There will be one final ritual to honor the joys in our life. Please rise and come forward to select a stone or several to represent the happiness. We're ending on a happy note. This is good. Ask your neighbor to help you if you have some mobility issues, but please feel free to splash around a little. End on a positive note. And what joy do you want to embark on? And we can say hello to Ducky here, who seems to be a little listening here, but hey, it's okay. Anyway, please come forward this way, move yourself around, and come and enjoy. There you go. Now, Peg, do we have s'mores for today? I will, yeah. We have s'mores for after church, so if you all want to make some s'mores, we've got the chocolate bars and the marshmallows to go. So we're good. This is for the world. It needs more joy, and this is for my own joy. It's been actually a pretty busy but good week for me. So, although I did find out I'm going to be department chair. Yeah. It's one of those kind of volunteer positions where you all stand in a row and everybody says, anybody volunteer? And everybody else steps back and you're left going, uh-oh. But that's okay. I'm willing to take it on. So it'll be probably 2-3-year terms. So it's a good thing that I'm stepping off church things, because now I'm just going to fill in the gap, because I had so much free time in my life. So, okay. So Joy will share music with us to conclude the service and join us in the community room. As I said, Brian and Mary will sort of share their little announcement. We pay proper homage to the coffee shrine. Get some snacks out there. If you're willing and able, please bring a chair or whatever back with you. And if you can, come back after we snack and we'll rearrange and masonize the sanctuary today. Thank you, everybody. Joy play. Do you have your little thing?